That'll go in the book one day, turn it over 24 times and win. And so and this may sound crazy, but those are the best wins. Sometimes the best wins are when you can't make a shot and can't throw it in the ocean and you still find a way. I'm really, really pleased that we won. I have so much respect for Anthony and for the Dayton staff. I've gotten to know those guys being in the area here. I respect them as people, I respect them as coaches, and I respect their program a lot. I don't think of them as an Atlantic 10 team. I think of them as a Power 4 team. I'll tell you what, it's a lot more fun to learn when you're winning, but we better take it as serious as we get back into the tape and get back to work with the players as if we wouldn't have won the game, because we do have quite a bit to do. But pleased that we found a way to win in spite of not playing our best basketball. Yeah, you can't do that. If you want to be a great, and it's exactly why most teams only talk about running in recruiting. Well, everybody says they run in recruiting. I mean, everybody in recruiting says we're going to play fast, and then they talk about it in the summer in their practices and maybe a little bit into the fall. But when they, you get to it and it gets a little wacky out there, you want to kind of get back in control. And if we're ever going to be the kind of running team that I think we're going to be, we got to play through some stuff. Now, all these turnovers weren't because of our pace of play. Some of them were breaking the press. Some of them were footwork turnovers. Some of them were casual turnovers. It wasn't his night offensively there for a while, but he kept playing. He had a great impact on the game, and he finally cracked and made some great plays. It's early, and there's so much work to do for us to be the great team that I believe we can become. But the great teams win no matter what the circumstances are. They find ways. And so I think that quality, and I'm not saying we have it yet, but we're building it. That quality to find ways to win regardless of what the heck goes on out there, that's more important than any other thing we can talk about on the stat sheet.
Yeah, well, 5 turnovers too. I want to mention that. That's not very good. Yeah, I think we're a resilient group. Everybody takes winning seriously. Nobody puts their head down. Everybody trusts their work. And I think I actually want to share that story, which was very eye-opening to me, was 2 hours before our shoot-around today, I saw Dayton come to the locker room full sweat, working out. And I'm like, damn, you got to go for 30 today, right? And his first response was like, nah, I got to lock Javon Bennett down. Which was, I was like, oh, okay, my bad. Usually when I would say something like that, then the response would be, yeah, I got, I'll go for 30. So I think that just shows how nobody thinks about themselves here. We got a really good group who just values winning so much and just make winning plays.
Just know that was one of my matchups for tonight. Just locking in, just got to defend the ball. I take pride in defense, so I was just telling the guys, we got to guard the ball tonight. We got to guard together, too. We got to rotate on defense, offense end. Just my teammates just finding me, and I'm being aggressive on the offense end, just getting paint touches, making plays. We expected a good game. Both teams going to compete hard. We wanted to come out with a dub, so we just played together, played hard, and came out with the dub.